was established in 1739 by a charter from the General Assembly in Hartford during October 1739 session. The petition to the legislature for separation said the petitioners lived from 7 to 10 miles from the Waterbury Meeting House and were obliged to cross the river, often deep and dangerous, 9 times. The signers of the petition numbered 19. The journey took 2 to 4 hours in winter. In all the early New England towns, the first movement toward a distinct organization in the direction of church privilege. The earliest organization was ecclesiastical. The first public body organized was the church. The first public building erected was the meeting house. The first public officer provided for was the minister. The importance of attending services cannot be overemphasized. To vote, a man had to be a property owner, be white, be a member of the Congregational church, pay his tithe, 10% of his income to the church, and attend service on Sunday. If he missed service, he lost his right to vote. He would have to appeal to the congregation to restore his right. The green was given to the society for a place of parade, a burying ground, and a place to build a church by the town of Waterbury, which purchased the land from John Brinsmaid of Milford. The measurements being 8 rods south of the meeting house stake, 18 rods north and 16 rods west. He presented an acre besides, and others gave 4/10 of an acre, making it in all 4 acres, deeded to the society on December 3rd, 1747. The first reference to a church building on record says, "Vote to draw timber for the church." That was in the winter of 1746 and 47, when if there was snow, they would more easily haul logs through the woods. The first meeting house was begun in 1746, but not completed until 1768. It stood on the east side of the green near the highway and taken down during Reverend Waterman's pastorate. The second meeting house stood nearly on the site of the present one and was built in 1792 and 93. The present church was built in 1838. The green was an adler swamp, and when the second church was built, it was so wet that some members wanted the church at the head of the street. Instead, it was voted to build on the rock. In 1825, arbitrators decided the green belonged to the society, and the town's only right, acquired by usage, was to buy in the burying ground. When the building was taken down in 1837, the tower clock was taken out as it was practically new. Outwardly, the church remains the same, except for the wooden shingles on the roof, later changed to slate. In 1937, the top of the steeple was decaying and the old ornaments were replaced by a railing. St. Peter's was erected on the northeast corner of the training ground. The first service was held in a new building in November 1796. This building was destroyed by fire on February 27th, 1915. The parishioners worshipped in the conference room of the Plymouth Congregational Church for 10 months while the native fieldstone building was built. The parsonage was formerly the Hart Female Seminary, a girls' boarding school established in 1853 by Reverend Israel P. Warren, the pastor of the Plymouth Congregational Church. In 1855, the student body numbered 68 pupils, with Helen Goodwin as principal and Susan Hayes as her assistant. The school closed in 1857. This burying ground was in use from the beginning of the church until the 1930s. The oldest building is the conference building, once known as the Academy. It originally stood at the site of St. Peter's. It was moved across the green to its present location in approximately 1840. Its bells were rung when General Lee surrendered at Appomattox. Folklore has it the building was moved at night using oxen and rollers to its present location. Access to the bell tower is from the rear of the balcony and is closed to the general public. Church Clock History by Clifford Fowler. The wooden tower clock in the church tower was acquired from Eli Terry. This clock was supposed to be for New Haven Congregational Church. However, their church burned down before it was complete. The clock must be wound every 7 days. There are 80-pound weights on each spool, one for the striking and one for the time. Over the years, when a wooden gear tooth was broken, it was repaired by some of the local clockmakers. To the best of our knowledge, this clock is one of the few now in working condition in this country. This mechanism activates once every minute to move the minute hand. This is the only wooden tower clock in existence that is still in daily use. This is a view of the green as seen from the face of the tower. These are the weights that run the clock. And these are the weights that chime the bell on the hour. These are the stairs starting at the location of the clock, going up into the bell tower. In the early 70s, a new yoke was installed for the bell in the tower. Clifford Fowler, Jack Roberg, and several other workers lowered the bell and removed the old yoke. A new yoke was cast in Torrington, Connecticut, to a different design, so the bell could be rung much easier. It is now mounted with roller bearings and easy to ring. This project took about 3 months to complete. This project cost the church nothing. All component parts made and donated by 2 local manufacturers. This bell is used every day, every hour, and is tolled on Sunday by younger members of the congregation.
bell tower. Go up the ladder. Top of the belfry. Out to the new top of the steeple. For a view, Stoughton Building and the green.
The left and the right sides of the balcony were designated for slaves and indentured persons. In 1970, the entire front of the church was remodeled to accommodate the organ. The console moved into the choir loft, and the choir loft enlarged. The Austin pipe organ replaced a Harry Hall organ.
Pipes, the Austin organ, and the Plymouth Congregational Church. Hundreds of pipes are individually and precisely tuned. Temperature is a factor and must be controlled. Some of the pipes are a couple of inches long to several feet in length, several inches in diameter. Tuning is accomplished by delicately, by hand, lengthening or shortening the opening in the mouth of the pipe.
show you